everyone. Thanks for joining. Hope you all made use of the earlier networking event and are now pumped up to listen to our finalist talk. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome each and every one of you to the grand finale of Super Voice, along with the entire Synapse QA team. Yes, we are all here, some of us in the front and some of us in the back, being the backbone of this event. I'm your fabulous host, Kritika Ganesan. You can call me Kika. Synapse QA is a community driven space created by a bunch of aspirants who are passionate about testing. Our aim is to empower testers to accelerate their impact by revolutionizing learning experiences by building human connections. Supervoice is one of those innovative ideas which was crafted with the unique mission of creating a platform to celebrate and encourage early stage speakers and provide a space for them to bring their dreams to life and confidently share their ideas. And here we are. After 6 months, 27 sessions, and four competitive rounds at the grand finale stage with our three wonderful finalists. Wow, it's been quite a journey. So let's take a glimpse of this spectacular journey so far. Over to you, Nitin, for the video.
Hello all! Welcome back to another exciting episode of Super Voice 2022, the first reality show in the testing space by Synapse QA.
When I talk about future testers,
the customer is the king, and I also say customer is the queen as well.
This was a time wherein I've changed to a new job.
That I never lose. I either win or I learn.
Let's see how he keeps himself busy.
The transformation was multi-fold or 360 degrees.
chances of missing, finding the bugs on other modules as well, the impact.
So, where is the time where the robots can do anything that the human being can do? The vision of the freedom that
All your dreams can come true if you have the courage to pursue them.
After doing several global events with our own signature flavor. So, welcome judges.
Perfect use of time, yeah? You're like multitasking even here.
Oh, very much excited. I love this classic. This is my favorite.
Welcome, Julia. Hi.
I feel honored to share this with all of you for the very first time in Super Voice. The prizes, and there are loads of them. Wow, what a journey it has been so far. What started as a humble beginning for Super Voice from Synapse QA team has reached its epic or the finale here because of all your love and support throughout the journey. It's not a small feat. We are so proud we could do this in this period of time, and you all should also be proud for being a part of this journey. Thank you so much for showing your love and support. All this wouldn't be possible without our wonderful sponsors. A big shout out to Uilicious, which is a low code tool for automating tests of our web applications across browsers, Provar, who are a complete solution for automating Salesforce application, and Brightest, who are a global certification provider for almost everything under the IT industry. Sorry, excuse my scruffy voice. I don't want to make that stop me hosting this wonderful session of the finale. So, what are we going to do today? Lots and lots of items in the agenda. But first, let's discuss about today's theme, which was a challenge which our esteemed judges gave to our finalists. The theme is value, evolution, and future of testing. All of our finalists are ready with their 20-minute talks, which they will come and present one by one. After that, we'll have a dedicated Q&A slot with our finalists. So please post your questions in the Q&A section on the Air Meet. We do have loads of fun activities for our lovely audience too. You could vote for the title winner. Details would be given in the chat. Please watch out for the descriptions. We have a leaderboard, and based on your interactions on Meet, whether you do a clap emoji or a heart emoji, or you are sending a message out, you would be given points based on all your interactions, and the top winners in the leaderboard would be given swags and some exciting prizes. So please contribute. Yeah, I can see all the claps. Keep it coming. We need all that encouragement. You could become a part of this event and make it memorable. And we have got a social media contest. Hashtag Supervoice Social Contest is the hashtag. Post your Supervoice experiences and stories on social media and tag us. The best social media posts will make their way to the winners podium and get some amazing swags as well. Okay, so much going on. Please join, participate this event, and make this an amazing, fun, remarkable, and memorable one. Now, it's time to welcome our esteemed panel of judges, whom we all love and adore. There is no need for any introduction to them because you all have known them throughout the entire journey. Like they have been the part of Supervoice for the last 6 months. They are all influential leaders, pioneers in testing, software development, and the agile world. Please welcome Anna, Julia, Lalit, Lena, Naveen, and Selena. Massive respect to all of you and for your efforts towards the community. We have been incredibly lucky and honored to have you all as part of Supervoice. A massive thank you for saying yes to us. Today, Ajay couldn't join us due to health reasons. We miss you, Ajay, and we pray for your speedy recovery and are sending you our wishes. Hello, judges. Welcome. Little bit of fangirling moment here for me, seeing all these wonderful people in the same panel. How are you all feeling?
Great, we're excited to be here. Can't wait to see the talks and all of the wisdom that's going to come out today.
Same. Cool. Yeah, we are also excited. And Selena, you are here with us in a live event for the very first time. You have been in the back looking through all the talks and giving your feedback and then thoughts on the talks. So how are you excited for this grand finale today?
No, it's great to finally be able to make a live event or a recording. But I'm really just honored to share this space and to be included and to be in this esteemed group of people of who I respect. It's a real delight, and yeah, just looking forward to the journey and what I get to learn from the people who are speaking today.
Wow. Okay. So that's like very humble of you to say that. You are a pioneer and you still are looking for learning from us today. So, I think all our finalists have got their talks and they seem very interesting as well. So, I'm sure we'll all be able to take some takeaways, interesting takeaways at the end of the session as well. Thanks, Selena. Uh, Anna, how are you doing? The theme for today's session or like the grand finale came from the judges. Any thoughts on like why this theme was chosen?
Actually, I don't know if any judges chose it, but that was the team I suggested. It seems that we were anonymously on the same page, all of us. Um, I'm really looking forward because this is the topic that every one of us can contribute and every one of us can learn from. And it doesn't matter whether you seasoned QA or you leader or you are a manager or you just starting, because everybody comes to this field to become a tester with some passion. We want to hear about your passion, so this is how we can share our passion with you. So every voice counting, and today I'm really looking forward um, to these talks, because I feel that they will be like groundwork for, like, in 2023 there will be talks created by people for testing conferences, and this talk's gonna inspire them. That's what I'm looking for.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. And I think when you said unanimously, like all the judges chose this topic, I like think great minds think alike. So there is no surprise there. But thank you for sharing your thoughts. Hi,
Okay.
Julia.
Hi,
How are you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm looking forward to all the talks. They should be really good.
Cool, cool. And what did you think about the theme? What was the thought process for this theme?
I think it's a good team that was selected. I'm trying to remember if I had something similar to that, but regardless, I think it's a really good team. I think it will be one, especially after I saw the topics that they selected, that will have a lot of impact.
Okay, cool, cool. Thank you, Julia. And yeah, hopefully our finalists do you proud, or like do the judges
Yes,
proud by like blowing us over with their final talks.
I'm sure they will.
Perfect. Thank you. Lena and Lalit, how are you? How are you both doing?
Then either you answer on my behalf or I answer on yours.
I think we're both great.
Okay, cool. So my question to both of you: you have been like curating like conferences, or like mm, checking the call for papers, and then making sure that the interesting topics are added onto the conferences for people to look forward to or learn from a testing perspective. So what do you think about the super voice in general, and then how do you think that the contestants have honed their public speaking skills throughout the journey? Maybe we'll start with Lena.
Um, well, I happen to be chairing a conference. I'm not going to steal Synapse's stage here, but I hope some of the contestants might send these abstracts in, because the topics look really good. As I said, I think in the last episode, I've been blown away with how much you can improve over just a few rounds of talks. So, and also, Kika, I must say, you have grown into a super host. You should be really proud of yourself.
Oh, thank you, thank you. It's just like something we are experimenting in Synapse. I think it's just Nitin and then everybody behind the screens today as well. We are a very good community, I'd say. Not a big community, but a small one. But it feels like family. Thanks, Lena. You made my day. uh, and Lalit, what are your thoughts on it, Lalit? Do you think that Super Voice has helped the contestants in their public speaking skills? Have you seen the spark in our contestants throughout the journey, or have you seen their sort of like growth, or whatever it is? Your thoughts, please.
Most certainly. So, and also to answer the question you asked before, I was program chair for Contest New York, one of the conference that Anna has been running in past. Typically, when it comes to selection of the speaker on the program, we usually go through the abstract and try to understand if that abstract or the speaker profile is adding value to the program. And occasionally, when we are unsure, we try to talk to the speaker to understand things, but still there are chances of things not going well, or people probably having this stage fear and not really delivering on stage despite how strong and powerful their ideas are. I believe with this initiative, you are setting a very different standard and idea in the big world out there, where people can try something like this to understand how somebody would be delivering on stage. And I believe this is a very powerful contribution. Even if people are not attending it, people get to see the videos and they get to make an opinion about a prospective candidate. So I believe it's a very useful contribution to the community, uh, for the participants as well as for the community, which is constantly on lookout for good speakers for their events.
Yeah, thank you so much, Dalit. It means a lot coming from people like you. So thank you. I'm sure like all the Synapse QA team are making like a victory dance in the background. So thank you so much. Uh, Naveen, hello Naveen, how are you doing?
I'm good. I'm great. Thanks you. Thank you. How are you?
I'm great too. We am like super excited and pumped up for the whole event. Has it been worthwhile saying yes to Super Voice and Synapse QA, Naveen, from your perspective?
Yes, certainly. As Lalit echoed, right? So basically, I'm also started building community many years ago. Basically, after this event, I think many organizations will adopt this kind of an event and they tailor it, and then they will conduct similar events. It will reach masses. So this event is like setting a standard in our testing community, you know to help others and to empower others in terms of speaking, testing, technology and the various aspects. So whatever Synapse is doing is just a starting point. I hope more events will come in future, so this will help everyone.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for your words, Naveen. Yeah, I think innovation, creativeness, that's something which we strive for in Synapse QA as well. So,
Yes.
thank you so much, judges, for your thoughts. And hopefully, you will enjoy the session today and you can stay till the end to find out who is all the winners, because there are so many winners today. Cool. So, let's crank up the speed and invite our first speaker and finalist for the day. And we'll start with our first finalist and the first speaker for the day, the multi talented Rahul. Rahul, can we have Rahul on the stage? Loving all the clap emojis. Keep the love coming, people.
Hi.
Hi, Rahul. We can hear you and we can see you, which is a good sign.
Positive start.
Yes, positive start. And yeah, I'm not going to talk further. I'm going to leave the stage to you. Present your screen and then get started. All the best.
Super. Thank you. So I'll just start with sharing my screen and
Yep.
perfect. So, hello everyone. Welcome to the grand finale of Super Voice, and it's an absolute honor to talk and present my ideas on this topic with you all. Today, I'll be talking something that is very close to my heart, and that I believe we should all talk more often. That is reigniting testing and showcasing our true value. In this talk, I'll cover some of my personal ways and strategies to effectively communicate, promote, and showcase the value of testing with our teams, to the management, and to the global tech world outside. I am Rahul Parwal. I'm a senior software engineer working with IFM Engineering in India. Testing is something that I find really exciting, and I love to read, write, and explore ways to improve at my craft. I'm also available via my Twitter handle, that is at the rate Parwal Rahul. So if you want to tweet or if you have some questions, discussions, you can always reach out to me on Twitter. So let's begin with the talk. Today, I'll talk about three things. First, the current state of software testing, the common perceptions and myths around it, followed by what's needed if we want to better express, better communicate, and reignite our value in the industry. And in the end, I will talk about some of my how to's and steps that can help each one of us become a voice as an ambassador of this testing community and showcase its true value, its true potential by our work. So let's start with the first section, that is the current state. To understand the current state, I've taken a reference from testingreferences.com, which covers and showcases the journey of testing that we have visited so far. Now, if you look at this timeline, this journey is almost 60 plus years from now. And since we started to today, there have been multiple conferences, models, standards, over 1,000 plus publications, ideas, tools, and dedicated testing organizations, and so much wonderful growth. Just by looking at this, we can say that this is an exponential growth journey that we have lived. But an unfortunate fact is that even today, a lot of non testers still see the testers as some kind of mundane key pressers and screen checkers. This is just one video, but if you go around social media, you'll find a lot of such things being spread around in the name of testing, that testers do this, testers just check for expected versus actual. And even going on like videos for YouTube, you will find experts answering this question, that is software testing dead? Is there any future? How will this craft survive in recession? Will software testers be laid off? And should I become a tester, or should I rather start my career as a developer? When I started my career, it used to haunt me that will this career survive? And even today, when I talk to freshers, the same question goes around in their mind. Look at Quora, LinkedIn, any platform. I mean, no other field is filled with so much questions of the field being dead or to people trying to move to some other thing. And one reason why I believe this happens is because of a low work visibility that our industry currently has. This is not a perception that I have in my mind, but this is something that I researched on Google Trends on two phrases. One, the developer portfolio, and next, the tester portfolio. The intent was to check that what is the interest in these terms on the web. And while in the last 15 years, from 2004 to 20, you see a huge surge in the developer ecosystem, the developer portfolios. This is clearly the opposite in the testing portfolio and space. The results clearly show a big gap. This, of course, does not mean that we are not doing a good job, but what it clearly showcases is that there is a clear work visibility gap. Just being good is not enough. Making your work visible is a very important aspect if we really want to make a change in how non-testers see our work. So, having understood this, let's see what's needed to reignite this perception, to reignite these misconceptions, and I mean throw them away and tell people the true value of this craft. Like any big change, this change also starts from a mindset shift. When I started my career in the industry, some mindsets automatically came with the environment that I was working in. But over time, I realized that some by changing some minor things, we can make a big difference. The first mindset shift, which is very important, and I have practiced that, is don't restrict yourself to the test case economy. By test case economy, I mean restricting your testing just to some test cases or test objects or execution of it or automation of some tests, and get out of this mechanical expected versus actual checking notion, but instead think on the lines of value, think on the lines of what all ways in which you can find and deliver value, be it some kind of information gathering. Is it by identifying some risks or by helping team avoid some pitfalls? So think on the lines of value and what all things you can do to provide and communicate value. The second mindset shift, which is again very important, is from finding of bugs to bug prevention. As goes the timeless wisdom, prevention is always better than cure, and the same holds very true in the software industry also. Instead of just focusing our energy on bug finding, we have to think of ways how we can not get trapped in the same failures time and again. We have to help inculcate a culture of preventing bugs, talk about it, create checklists, share them with the team, and think on those lines. The next mindset shift is becoming purpose driven. So processes are important, but sometimes when too much processes out of context are applied to anything, I mean, it really slows down things. So whenever, I mean, you are doing something and you see a process, if it helps you achieve your purpose, it's a good process. But if your process is slowing down you or deviating you from your purpose, time to rethink, is this process required? So think and become purpose driven. And the last thing, which is again very very crucial in changing the way how I myself started looking at my job, is to go from a quality assurance mindset or a guardian of quality mindset to a quality advisor mindset or a quality advocate mindset. We have to educate people about quality. I mean, quality is not just something that only I can assure or only I can have. I can just educate people about it. I can advocate for it. I can be a quality advisor. I can map the quality goals to the product goals and be in a quality advocacy or advisor mode instead of just thinking that you are the quality assurance and quality is only your responsibility. After you do the mindset shift, the next important thing is visibility. In today's world, 2022, just being good with anything is not enough. I mean, you have to know how to showcase that. Doing excellent testing is one thing, it's one part of the game, but selling that excellent work, projecting that excellent work is a totally different thing. And we need both. As Ingo Phillips puts it, I mean, if you cannot tell your value, you cannot practically sell your value. So you have to utilize this art of projection. You have to project the work that you are doing, be it in stand-ups, be it in demos, be it in any kind of interaction sessions. You have to make your work visible. After spending 6 years in the industry, I did one thing. I made a professional website on advice of my mentor. I started putting all the things that I used to do, different articles that I've written for myself or somebody else, or some kind of books that I had contributed to, some apps for testing that I had created, different skills that I was learning, different of my study notes. And once I started putting all of these, it opened an entire new ball game for me. My visibility improved a lot. A lot of people within my organization, outside my organization, started realizing that what all things I am capable of doing, what all value I can deliver, what all things I can do just beyond the test cases and test checks. So start talking about this. This is a recommendation to every tester who's listening. Then go and showcase your visibility, work on your visibility. That's equally important. The next thing is focus on the business value of your testing. Now, when I started my career, to be very honest, I didn't knew what the business value actually means. I didn't knew that how my testing of any application is precisely helping my organization or the business. And I used to think that testing is about finding bugs, reporting bugs, and I mean just executing test. But that's not true. I mean, testing is way beyond that. As testers, I mean, we have to align and be the enabler of the business. And if you understand the business value, if you talk to the people in the business, you understand their pain point, you can always tie your testing goals to the business goals, and that is when the magic happens. So it's important to understand that in the end, no matter what all technology we work on, everything will boil down to business and business. So now let's understand that how to do it, because what needs to be done, I think a lot of people know that we have to do this. But when I talk about these things on social media, on LinkedIn, on my blogs, one question that I often get asked is that, Rahul, this is fine, but how to start this reignition process, how to reignite the value? And The first step to do is to test to sell. What do I mean by that? So, what are we testing for? This is now a very fundamental question that helps us explore the purpose behind testing. And if you ask this question to different people in your team and organization, different people will talk about different purposes of testing. But if you extrapolate them, in the end, they will all reach the same point that we test to create something of value that can maximize revenue and decrease the expenses. And in a way, testing can also contribute to sales, because when you test or whenever you test to see whether your software product will sell or not. And this is something very important. It can be in multiple ways. We have to see that is the design that our product has, is it a very user centered design? Are we giving a mindful user experience? Is it so good that people may want to shift to our products or may would like to spend time with this product? Is the accessibility considered? I mean, are all sections of the society able to access this? What about diversity, inclusion? Is the onboarding good? And how can we smoothify it? I mean, so that people can easily migrate to it, or I mean, people can easily start working on it. And from my personal experience, I mean, as a tester, I have gone ahead and volunteered and given workshops to my sales team, to my marketing team, that how to talk about this product to others, what are the good values that this product can offer. I've contributed to documentation, I've attended support calls, support queries, listened to the customer pain points, created change request, feature request on the project. And this is how, I mean, you essentially put an impact at a business level. You can ask business impact related questions, you can advocate for these business impact through your bug advocacy in your reports, talk about customer success. We can also do the competitor analysis. How is the state of the art? I mean, what is the world doing and why are we not doing or we not aligning with that? So it's very important not just becoming the testing enabler, but also think on the lines of how can we enable the product success, the product business. So that is important. Test to sell. Next thing is provide information beyond test results. I talked about one point that we need a massive mindset shift from just the test case economy to a value economy. And this is something on the same lines. I mean, your information that you deliver as a tester doesn't always have to be the test result. It can be information that's helpful to people that they can use and build on top of it. It could be the risk analysis, it could be the competitor analysis, it could be some kind of bug prevention checklist or user interview and what is your analysis of that, or some kind of compliance statutory issues, and way more. I mean, testing is all about providing valuable information, and it doesn't only have to be the test result, it's way more. And one powerful way to do or provide such information is by leveraging storytelling. We are good at gathering data, we are good at gathering the results, but data doesn't speaks for itself, data doesn't sells itself. You need stories, and that should be tied to data to sell the data. And unless your testing story actually doesn't include the business story, until it only talks about the technology, no one would like to listen to such a story. So include the business stories. I mean, talk about that in your bug advocacy. What is the business impact? What is, do risk storming? I mean, showcase the different kind of risks that you identify and that the product has. Showcase your test strategy and how your test strategy actually aligns with the business goals, how your test strategy actually aligns with the product mission, and how is it taking different variables on account, or the different product coverages that you are providing. So all of this is important. Leverage storytelling. Tell your value through stories. Tell your testing story to your customer, don't just restrict them to yourself. And before I conclude, I want to tell one very important point that I often hear, that our stakeholders actually don't understand testing. They only ask us for test case, they only ask us for execution reports. So, how can we do all this? One thing that I feel is very important as a professional, that it is our responsibility to educate people about the value, depth, and breadth of our craft. Nobody else is going to educate. It's just our responsibility. We have to help them learn about what testing is, what good testing is, and we have to contribute in creating this amazing culture of testing and quality in our teams, organization, and even the tech world. There are multiple ways to do it. I mean, I've tried some of these ways which have worked fantastically, like sharing test idea banks with the developers, that these are some ideas I'm thinking of, and this is how there could be some risks. Or sharing your testing toolkits. I mean, toolkits are fantastic. I mean, I used to use certain tools, I share them with my team, I tell them these all tools I have been using, and they find value, and then there is some discussion around that. Checklist, what things to take care of before release, or what to take care of while making a build. Creates a checklist. Give question banks. What all kind of questions should the support team, marketing team ask the customer if there is a query, if there is a complaint, and how can we resolve that fast. Play testing related games, help them get interested in the fun of testing. Show your portfolio, what is the thing that you are doing. I mean, and testing forums. Today, I mean, forums are available to join at zero cost. I mean, and you can always introduce your developers, your team members, that these are some forums I am part of, and you can be part of them and learn. I've added my developers in some testing forums, and that totally transformed the way, I mean, we both talk about testing now. So I have also created my own testing kit where I compiled all of these things, and I've listed all of them down. It's available at bit.ly/rp testing kit, where I list all my question banks, ideas, and general stuff that I feel and like about testing. And this sets a very good starting ground. So that's very important. The only tip of advice is that don't overwhelm all the testing education at once. I mean, use 10% rule by Jerry Weinberg. Start with 10% and then slowly educate iteratively. And at the same time, it's also important to educate yourself about the business, about the stakeholders, about the technology. So this is a two-way education. Go for it. And in the end, I'll just conclude by this quote from Naval Ravikant, that learn to sell, learn to build. If you can do both, you will be unstoppable. And the tester in me sees this in a different way, that learn to sell, learn to test. If you can do both, you will be unstoppable. So be unstoppable, guys. Reignite the value of testing in your context, in your world, and you'll be unstoppable. So that's all. Thank you to my wonderful reviewers. Thank you for to slides go for this template, and that's about it today.
Thank you, Rahul. That was an inspiring talk. Being good is not good enough. Become the
Yes.
unstoppable. Yeah, that one was really good. And your portfolio is all shared now. So I want to remind our audience that we would be having a Q&A panel at the end of all the talks. So please post your questions on the Q&A section on the ad meet, and then Rahul and even the other finalists would be answering all your questions. So ask him all the tough questions and get all the answers from him. He's
Absolutely.
yeah, he's very active on all the social media handles as well. So make use of this opportunity. Thank you, Rahul. And let's hear from our judges. Hi, Julia. Hi, Selena.
Hi.
Let's
Hello.
start. Let's start with Julia. Julia, how did you like Rahul's talk and your thoughts, please?
Thank you, Rahul. Thank you for that talk. It was really engaging. It was really to the point. You were very passionate about what you were speaking about. I could sense that, and I really appreciated that. That really came true for me. I liked your topic, and I liked that you gave me a clear idea of what you were going to talk about so that I could appreciate that and follow along. It was very easy to follow along. I liked your slides. I liked the different quotes that you had. The slides weren't too wordy. They were just right, where it gave me enough information and I could focus on listening to what you were saying. And the things that you were saying really resounded with me. I liked the idea of having portfolios, of sharing your knowledge of testing, not just to the wider community, but also to your team to evangelize testing. So I think that slide you had where you're talking about the different ways to evangelize testing, and you went through them by having a testing portfolio or by having a testing toolkit, and then you shared your own thing. I think that was really good and impactful. So I think you did a really good job. So thank you for sharing.
Thank you.
Thanks, Julia. Selena, what do you think, Selena? Your feedback, please.
I'm not sure what else I can add to what Julia said. I felt all of the same. I was so I'm gonna just kind of reflect a bit. I gave similar talks years and years ago, and I really loved your presentation style and your slides and the content, the structure. And frankly, I think you did a better job than I did 15 years ago when I first gave a talk like this myself. Um, I really, really love the idea of creating a testing portfolio for yourself visibly and bringing it all together. I think that's a really great idea. It's something that I, could value from even now in my own career. So you taught me something today. And I really love your confidence and your clarity, not just in the content that you provided, but I can really feel how much you love the work that you do, how much you love this industry, and how much you love and appreciate even yourself and what you're bringing to the stage. Your desire to learn and give back to the community goes a really long way. So thank you so much for everything that you've offered here. And yeah, I think you did a really great job today.
Yeah, that's a wonderful feedback. Thank you, Selena. I feel like Rahul is all smiles now, and you should be like that, Rahul. And that's a huge compliment as well, saying that, like one of our judges saying, your talk was maybe even better, a little bit better than hers. So, yeah, more power to you. Thank you. Thank you, judges. Now, let's have a look at the leaderboard. So, if I can see the leaderboard, I think we have Michael, Makran, Subin, and Sairam who are leading leading right now. So please engage, and then the points would be added based on that. And the end of the finale, we'd have cool swags and some amazing prizes waiting for the top members and the leaderboard as well. So yeah, loving all the thumbs ups. Cheers. So let's move on to our next speaker, next finalist for the day, and that's going to be Jency, who is a powerhouse of talent. Hello, Jency.
Hi, Kika.
Hello, hello. How are you doing?
I'm good. How about you?
I'm great. I'm great. So, are you ready? Perfect. So, over to you. Share your screen.
Sure.
And
Just
let's
let me
see
know
whether.
once. Okay. Fine.
Perfect.
Thanks. Okay. Heartiest welcome to everyone to the Supervised Grand Finale, the first ever reality show in the testing space organized by Synapse QA. Happy to see you all, and I appreciate you being here on a weekend to spend some quality time with us. This is about an incident that happened at our house last weekend when my son asked for his favorite dish for dinner. With all love and excitement, I started my preparation, cooked the food nicely, and served it for dinner. To my surprise, my son did not like the food, although its appearance looked yummy. With a sad facial expression, he said, "Mom, I don't like this." On the other side, my husband replied, "Lack of salt in food made me salty." Ideally, the enhancer, the value of food was missing, that is, the salt. To mute bitterness, balance sweetness, and at times provide flavor to something bland, all you need is a pinch of salt. From a culinary perspective, salt has many desirable properties. There are many reasons for adding salt to foods. The main reason is that in many cases, adding salt enhances the positive sensory attributes of food. It makes the food taste better for people who are accustomed to having salt in their food. Its absence can make food taste bad. Salt is one magical substance that brings food to life by increasing its aroma and balancing other tastes. For many foods, adding salt increases the liking for that food. Salt imparts more than just a taste to overall food flavor. Happy eating can be accomplished when the enhancer salt is tied up to the food. Myself, Jency Stella, lead QA engineer at Millennium IT Services with overall 9 years of experience in software testing space. For the next 20 minutes, I'll be sharing some simple yet interesting content on the topic tasting the testing. Like I mentioned in my previous slide, to mute bitterness, balance sweetness, and at times provide flavor to something bland in our everyday food, all we need is a pinch of salt. In similar lines, to mute certain risk factors, balance costing, and provide flavor to the end product, all we need is a pinch of testing episode in the software development process. Let me start my presentation for today by saying few words about my own background. I'm a mom of a 4-year-old superhero. I hold the ISTQB, CTFL, and CTAE certification. In my spare time, I try to help budding testers and especially women in testing space in areas I can via Mentoring Club, a non-profit organization. And I'm a certified mentor there. A year back, started my community contribution specifically in software testing space. Other than this, I love to write articles. That's where I wear a hat of an occasional blogger. So to share the outline for the talk, I have divided my presentation into 4 different pointers, each giving a thought of the different taste testing sheds to any project. By the end of this talk, you will be familiar with those different tastes. So without further delay, let's kickstart the journey of tasting the testing. History holds many worst storms in its list. One of the worst storm is about the Matafa storm that happened late November 1905 in Great Lakes. It was then on 28 November 1905, all night long, a massive ore ship, Edinburgh, had been struggling to survive along with the barge Madeira towed to it. For hours, Edinburgh battled the winds, but to its fate, it was a losing battle for Edinburgh that day. Fearing that the winds were driving him, Edinburgh's captain cut the tow line thinking it would save Madeira. But in this misguided effort to escape, he ran the ship directly onto the rocky shore on the lake. The Edinburgh broke into two. Meanwhile, the Madeira, the barge that the captain had cast off, was also helpless. She also wrecked and smashed into the rock cliff. 2 days later, some of the survivors were finally rescued from the cliff top. But the storm claimed 33 lives across the Great Lakes. This led the government to analyze the issue, and the flaw that they identified was there was no lighthouse being built at that site. Soon, officials decided to build a lighthouse near the site. It was too late to help Edinburgh and Madeira, but may have helped others later. So, what is this value of this lighthouse that the government decided to build? Lighthouse is a tall building that sends out light to help in navigation. They can be found on rocky cliffs or on wave-swept reefs in the sea and even at the entrances to harbor and bays. They serve as a warning signal to boats against hazards such as shallow water, reefs, and rocks. Keeping all this information in mind, let's divert our thought to the tech world. Not all projects are same. Sometimes the way ahead is clear to all and leading is easy. But it's when the storms roll in and the path is obscured, testing earns its keep. Those are the lighthouse testing moments. Testing is ideally lighthouse to projects. Where does the light come from, the value we ascribe to, and how we bring them alive, both on a blue sky day and during the storm? Let's understand that. The more the advancement of technologies, the more disorienting our operating environment can become. Developing complex application can leave rooms for errors. The right answer at times can become less clear until sea and sky blend into one. and all reference points fade from view. When suddenly a problem arises, we might be stuck which direction takes us to the rock and which to safety. Those are the lighthouse testing moments. Build the testing before you need it. Out on the lake, when the storm hits, it's too late to decide we need a lighthouse. It's better to build them before the cloud rolls in, so we don't find ourselves directionless in the dark, like the captain of Edinburgh. It's never too late to pause a moment to decide what value are most important for any project you work. Use testing as a guide. The captain of Edinburgh was lost in the dark. In the panic of the moment, he chose poorly. Testing episode in a project may not tell us exactly which way to turn our ship, but it will definitely help us to avoid the biggest rocks, and we'll never be sorry about that. Testing is that shining light in the storm. Lighthouse shines brightest when it is darkest. The team will be left to the mercy of storm if testing is skipped in any project we work. With this interesting note, let's move to the next step in tasting the testing. The image here depicts a well known fictional detective, Sherlock Holmes, created by a British author, Sir Arthur Conan. Sherlock Holmes is legendary when it comes to solving cases. A detective's discipline involves investigation, finding evidences, and making inferences to arrive to a solution. Mindfulness is the secret behind every successful detective. Sherlock Holmes' extraordinary attention to detail makes him impressive in detective work. He teaches us to be constantly mindful of our surrounding. Mindfulness is the practice of paying close attention to what's happening at the moment, being present, and not overwhelmed by what's happening around us. Being a detective, it's all about making good decisions with limited information. Detectives and cops have their own set of heuristics that they repeatedly use to solve criminal cases successfully. Once in a while, we all might have experienced that moment where an issue is reported by our client and the project team do not know what seems to be triggering it. We might have tried all possible approaches, double checked the requirements, even could have prepared the exact same environment as our clients, and we still can't reproduce the issue. Entire team at a point is stuck and don't know why this issue exists in the first place. We all feel bad about that whole situation, and anyhow we have to solve the problem as fast as possible. The question remains is what can we do? So how can we handle properly this sort of situation? Somebody might ask. Let's think out of the box. We could probably hear this as an answer. The only problem here lays in the fact that being creative is not something you might easily trigger. It's not just like a lack of energy, so you drink a cup of coffee or eat some sweets and you're all geared up into action. Creativity and thinking outside the box both can be thought of from a gang of testers. That is the testing team. Whenever unsolvable issue appears, the testing team acts on it more as a detective's investigation, in which they find evidence, match the clues, interrogate people, and report the progress to higher authorities. Testing is being detective. Testing uncovers the truth and valuable information about the product under test and in turn helps organization make informed decisions. The detective part of testing makes it more exciting and engaging. It's about collecting and organizing evidence for the case that is reported to us. Once testing team is satisfied with the evidences, then they start to interview suspects, witnesses and victims just to be double sure where to go with their investigation. While testing, the team works alongside the criminals to process the crime scene. These points triggered me to rethink of an incident that happened in my early days of testing journey back in 2013, in which one of our client gave a lot of detailed information about the problem with web browsers in their office. The portal we created was not working for their employees. We had all the information about the browser the company was supporting, and on all those configurations, the portal was working fine for us. We were to some extent clueless what is the issue. Our client was very concerned about security of their company, so we were not allowed to speak about this problem to their managers and product owners. To deep dive in this issue, we had to investigate the crime scene. We decided to contact some of their wage earners pretending we were doing some survey in order to check which browser they are currently using. The result was 60% of them were older employees with the habit they couldn't change. So it seemed they were using an older version of the browser. The older version was not supporting some parts of the code that alone was the reason why the portal was not working for them. 2 hours and one small patch later, both company and employees were happy as a fix worked fine. This is where detective mindset is needed to handle such situations. Every testing team is a crew of detectives. Overall, remember that the world is already a big scary place full of bugs, issues, and defects just waiting to discover. So the detective testing team adds value here. Thinking of Sherlock Holmes, let's continue to move ahead in our tasting the testing journey. With the ICC Men's T20 World Cup fever already taken over a week back, there couldn't be a better time to talk something about that. However, I won't be talking about the Cricket World Cup in any way, but will surely highlight the parallels of testing and sport. Be it cricket, football, hockey, or any such game, each player in it might have devoted years of training and hard work aside from shedding blood, sweat, and tears for their opportunity to win gold and glory. In similar lines, development and quality assurance takes time, dedication, and a continual underlined determination for perfection. Competition is pricey, and the ultimate goal, a release that receives a perfect 10 from every customer. Testing takes an important space in the game of building and delivering a product to its customer. Here are a few pointers that makes it more value added. Whether we are talking about speed skating or software testing, fast always beats slow. Faster test runs translate to faster and better releases, providing a leg up against your competition. The end result is faster deployments and iterations, bringing you close to the goal. Physical agility is to athletes. On the other side, development agility is to software teams. This means uniting teams around the principle of collaboration, transparency, and responsiveness with feedback throughout the testing process makes the work to be more productive to yield quality result. Testing team ideally serves as builders to this agility and this in turn results to maximum efficiency. For team sports such as cricket, hockey, football, success comes not from an individual talent, but from how well the players play as a group. When everyone works to the best of their ability together as one cohesive team, they are able to scale greater heights. Testing team always run along with both internal and external clients. When I say internal clients, I'm talking about the project managers to whom we serve by reporting important problems faster. It's the project manager's role to drive the project, but it's the testing team's job to tell him what the impact on testing will be of any given decision or condition on the project. Next in line is the programmers. Supporting the programmers is probably the key part of testing mission. When we test the things that the programmers are building, our feedback will help them work more efficiently. Followed with this is the technical writers, business analysts, and technical support. When I say external client, what I mean is the user. Who will make the use of the end product we build? To the end, their satisfaction is the best interest of any project. So, in short, testing is a sport. Testing is the only role in the game that does not directly focus on success. Like said by James Back in his book Lessons Learned in Software Testing, testing focuses on failure so your clients can focus on success. Citius Altius Fortius, which is Latin for faster, higher, stronger, is the Olympic motto. In today's world of agile development, this motto can be considered as every software tester's motto. Are you and your team up for the challenge to achieve goal? Then let's rethink on the importance of testing space. While thinking of sport and testing, let's move to our final taste for the day. Who doesn't like Lego? Playing with Legos brings a lot of fun and joy to almost everyone that has ever done it. A person who receives Lego package, your task is clear. You need to build the set that you intend to. But there are few steps that are ideally considered while building any Lego set. Depending on the set, the pieces are grouped together in different packages so that the building process can be done one part at a time. The person can then choose to build using the provided schema. In case the user is blocked in the process, there is always a possibility to get extra help via some mobile apps or videos. Once the Lego set is all built, we have a feeling of accomplishment. However, There can be situations where you have built the set, but there seems to be a miss in that masterpiece touch. This can be due to various reasons, but one of the crucial part while building Legos is you need to validate the step you perform with the help of provided a handset or manual. If the evaluation gets skipped, then there are high chances of you building an incorrect set. Can't we relate this to the software development process? Let's understand them better. We have a requirement to build X product. We have the code base where everything is built on. A Lego brick, that is the coding part with specific functionality. Now a feature is built on the code base with some user interface. Later, a set of more features are put closely together to form something bigger, a product. Now, while building this particular product, there came a phase where designing included loosely held backend feature. After the product is all ready and all set to go live, it had an awesome user interface, but with poorly supported backend, which could fall anytime. And the outcome, product failure. Failure to this end product is because the project team did not involve any evaluation while building the product. Testing is brick by brick evaluation. If the validation checks might have been incorporated while building the product, then the end product would have been with a clear vision and each feature embedded within the product might have been pointing to the same direction with great finishing. If there would have been a brick by brick evaluation, then the features would have been all aligned and transitioning from one feature to another would have been smooth and an awesome product with a clear vision and great user experience could have been delivered. So to reiterate, testing is brick by brick evaluation to deliver a quality end product. So now that we have understood the importance or the value of testing with different analogies, let's summarize all the pointers in a single statement. Testing is ideally a value added activity. Testing was once a constraint, gradually turned to a need, and now in this agile world, it's an asset that adds value to a project. To quote Lisa Crispin and Janet Gregory in Agile Testing, the real goal of testers, or rather testing team, is to work with the customer or product owner in order to help them express their requirements adequately so that they can get the feature they need and to provide feedback on project progress to everyone. And that's something that even users will think of as value added. This concludes the core content for today's presentation. To, to reiterate what we learned today, let's quickly recap the four interesting tastes of testing. Testing is a lighthouse. Let's be that lighthouse so that the boats can find their way. Testing is being detective. To investigate a problem is indeed to solve it. Testing is a sport. Winning isn't everything, but wanting to win is. Testing is brick by brick evaluation. Our Lego block goal is evaluating each phase of our build. Before we close, I would like to pour credits to few amazing people. Special thanks to presentation reviewer Priscilla, leading my learning partners Arpita, Faiz, and Sachin. Presentation template provided by Slidesco. And finally, a huge big thank you to the wonderful audience who decided to join us on this grand finale of Supervise 2020 to support and motivate us. Please feel free to get in touch with me on LinkedIn or Twitter, not to just clarify queries on my topic that I presented today, but to have a long time productive connection. Thank you so much.
Wow, well done, Jency. It was like a power-packed performance. It was really, really good. I loved your slides and the flow and all the pictures. Okay, let's ask how our judges liked it. Hi, Lalit. Hi, Anna. Hi, Lalit. Let's start with you then. How did you like Jency's presentation?
Jency, what should I say? I had chicken skin at some occasions, and I'm very sure it's not definitely because of the cold we have here. Very, very powerful presentation. I was listening to you carefully, quite really carefully, because I wanted to catch you making a mistake somewhere. And why? Because I'm so surprised that your presentation slides don't really have pointers, so to speak, that speakers usually use to remind themselves what they are going to talk about. Despite of that, you were so spot on with the delivery of your content. You were pretty consistent with the idea you were presenting on particular topic and particular slide, and I'm really surprised how you did not mess up, how you did not mix things up, and how you did not forget. It probably means you practiced a lot, or this is something you could talk about even if you are woken up 2 o'clock at midnight. I really like the ideas you have presented. Just still for the benefit of the audience, though, I would say you could add some pointers so people can follow you along and they stay with you
Okay.
for the content you're presenting.
Hmm.
However, I was literally imagining a very interesting and engaging book, if not a big book, but small book coming out of your talk. And
Wow.
right on this platform, I would like to offer you being a co-author or being supporter for the project if you consider writing something about this. I believe there is a lot of value in the ideas you presented, and it should go beyond simply a conference talk.
Thank you, Lalit. Means a lot.
Wow, that's so wonderful. Look at that. Jency is all smiles and why not? Yeah. So yeah, you said you wanted to write or you have that occasional blogger hat. But yeah, so Lalit has opened some more doors for you now. Thanks, Lalit. Hi Anna. Your thoughts, your
Hi.
feedback, please.
Wow. Uh, I'm speechless. So, Jency, today, I think that you just recreated something that didn't exist before. You set the new standards, and you nailed it. You nailed it in a way that I couldn't expect. I'm a conference organizer. I've been on so many conferences, and this is the talk I probably was waiting for because uh, a lot of time, many times, what I've seen is that speakers are lost in the text, and they try to keep on bringing the text and the text on a slide, and your talk is always interfering, so people look at like they're reading the text and and they're listening to you, and they, they need to shift attention. Your talk perfectly aligned the voice, the visuals, and the story. And as I said, I'm speechless.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
I really think that I'm amazed by your slides because those are not slides, they're animation. I'm amazed by your animation. I have never seen anything like that in a conference talk. I have never seen anything like this in a tester's conference talk ever. And as I said, you're setting us new standards, and I applaud you. I wish you all the luck. You're gonna win this race because this is something outstanding, really, what you did, what you've done. And when Lalit said something about like a book, I was thinking right now I'm making my how to say my own comparisons, and it reminds me on a children's book, but not really a children's book, but children's animation program where they discover something, they learn something through the animation, through the sound, through the visuals, and through the storytelling. And it has such an impact. And those stories, you know how children are glued to the TV to like watch it. I was glued to like for like 20 minutes because from the moment you start, it was really unexpected. Like the story of your breakfast, like it just threw me away right away. I'm like, it's not something I know. This really startled me. What else is there? And you keep me glued for the whole 20 minutes. Thank you so much. I really thank you for this amazing experience. I wish you all the luck, and I expect more from you, really,
Thank you.
because
Means a lot. Means a
it
lot,
was
Lena.
really
And
amazing. Yeah,
yeah,
it was really
thank
amazing.
you.
One thing
Wow.
that I also learned, because I remember Selena said something, and yes, I did. Actually, maybe 10, 15 years ago, yes, I did the presentation like that, and I compared the testers to the investigators. So Sherlock Holmes, I like a different character. Miss Marple is my favorite, but just the same. And uh, to me, it was also a scientist. And you bring the Lego, and you bring the lighthouse, okay, but the Lego, how you like the blocks building, that again gave me something to think about and look at the testing from different angle. And thank you for that. It's really valuable what you added to this. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Anna. Thank you.
Wow, wow, wow. Such kind words. Thank you so much, Anna. And I think Lalit mentioned about goosebumps at the start of the talk. Just by hearing your talk and then all these wonderful comments, I think I'm getting goosebumps. All the Synapse QA team would be getting goosebumps as well in the background. Yeah, we are like super excited that this is the grand finale. And what a grand finale we are having. Yeah. So thank you so much, Jency, and thank you,
Thank
judges.
you, Krika. Thank you.
Cheers, and let me remind the audience, please vote for your favorite contestants, and then you can choose the title winner, or you can contribute towards the title winner as well. Please look at the description on the chat. Ram has posted it, the polls. So go and look at it. And if you have any further questions for Jency or Rahul or Geosley, put your questions in the Q&A section of AdMeet, and then there would be a Q&A panel at the end of our talks. So let's move on to our final, or like last but not least, contestant, finalist, speaker, Geosley. And Geosley has also going to speak at Eurostar Conference 2023, and it's such an honor from Synapse QA's team, and we are like cheering for you, and we'll be like the big cheer when you actually present it in Belgium.
Thank you so much, Kika.
Are you all set for today?
All set.
Perfect. Then over to you, Josley. Share your screen,
Just a
and
second.
I will confirm.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, take it over then. See you. All the best.
Thank you so much, Kika. Thank you everyone for joining us and supporting us for this finale round. So let me quickly start with three incidences. The Ariane 5 rocket explosion of 1996, designed by European Space Agency, the rocket could not last even for 39th of a second. The millennial bug of 2000, also known as the notorious Y2K, where computers could not handle or cope up with dates beyond 31st December 1999, and it caused errors into the system. The 2008 Heathrow Terminal 5 opening, which caused heavy losses with 42,000 lost luggage items and 500 cancelled flights. Now, why this incidents and what was common in all of these incidents? While these were among the costliest software bugs in history, what they missed was to test the software effectively. The software installed on the rocket Ariane 5 was originally developed for Ariane 4. The Y2K bug was because computer systems and operating systems did not handle or use two digits to represent dates. The Heathrow Terminal 5 opening error was because the baggage handling system was not able to cope up with real time data. Now, why all of these bugs and what are the learnings from each of them? One, from Ariane 5, we need to make sure as testers we are testing with the latest update and the latest software. The Y2K bug reminds us to test and keep the future in mind. The Heathrow terminal opening disaster tells us that not only have we to test with the test environment, we also need to ensure that we test with real time data. Now, why testing is important and testing is an invisible value to business is because only when an error occurs is when we know that, hey, testing was not done. I'm Geosley Andrades, tester by heart and driven by community, product evangelist at XLQ. And today, I'll be taking you to a time travel of my testing journey, a journey through my mistakes, to my realizations, and to my wishes. A quest to allow you and help you to be effective testers, to test effectively and add value to your organizations. And of course, not commit the same mistakes I did and grow as valuable testers. So, what are we going to discuss about and where are we going to travel? I'm going to take you into my past, where I'm going to talk about my five mistakes, into my present, where I'm going to talk about my five realizations, and then into the future, where I'm going to talk about my five wishes. So, let's just get on to the travel journey. Let's take you into my past. My past has been with a lot of mistakes, and this is what I want to enlighten new testers into the field to not commit the same mistakes I did. The first mistake, being the frog in the well. Absolutely, even till around 8 to 9 years in my career, I was not at all involved in communities. I didn't know any testing leader whom we need to follow, no mentors to support me. I was in my cocoon. I used to do the 9 to 6 job, and that's about it. My advice definitely to my younger me would be to spend more time to work on myself. I would request and ask and urge all testers to learn something new each day. You have 48 hours in your weekend. Invest them in your upskilling journey and take yourself to the next level. Mistake number two, automation equal to testing. I've been an automation diehard fan all my life, right? When I initially started, I would say that, hey, you don't need to test it using a human or manually. You need to start and do everything in an automated fashion. The ultimate goal for me as a tester has always been to, get to the stage where I excel myself in automation. I felt automation was the allied category of testing. Now, this was the biggest mistake I did in my career. Testing, I feel, goes beyond automated automation or what we call automated checking. Learning the product, critical thinking, experiential testing, analyzing logs, modeling coverage, studying user patterns, doing risk analysis, doing investigation all contribute to making you an effective tester. Mistake number three, no to testing books and blogs. I can frankly say I'm very lazy reading books, right? Not just when I started my career, even before during my engineering days, I was very lazy reading big guides. Now, my advice to my younger me definitely would be to resort to videos if reading books is not your style. Listen to book audios. There is Audible and other softwares which can help you recite the book. Look for summary reports. There are a lot of testers out there who sketchnote book summaries, who create mind maps of book summaries. Invest your time in reading those and acquire a lot of knowledge from books. Mistake number four, developer is my enemy. When I started as a tester, Friday was the bug time for me. I purposely used to wait for a Friday to log a lot of bugs. This made life hell for the developers because they had to come on their weekends and invest in fixing bugs. Now, this library is not really good. Collaboration is the key for teams to succeed. When you talk about an aeroplane analogy, you need all the parts of an aeroplane to work perfectly for the flight to take off and land well. You need every part to function effectively. And the similar analogy comes in when you look at testing teams. All of us need to play our A game. So we need to make sure that we are coordinating well and creating a culture of coordination within our team. My advice to my younger me would be consider developers as your friend. See what tools they are using for unit testing and see how we as testers can use them and reuse them for our benefit. The last mistake of my past is the jumping frog. Like most of us, I was also in a similar situation where I saw my peers, I saw my friends getting salary hikes way beyond what I was earning. And the biggest mistake I did was I started two switching jobs every 1 or 2 years, running behind money or on site opportunities. Now, this was a mistake, and my advice I would give my younger me was to focus and spend your initial learning in acquiring knowledge. All the money, all the opportunities will definitely follow. One thing you need to realize when you get up in the morning, if you're charged up and energized to work and get to office, it means you're definitely at the right place. Let's move beyond, let's go into the present, and let's understand what I have realized so far. Realization number one: deep dive into architecture. To be an expert tester, to be an expert quality engineer, one needs to invest into understanding the architecture from the very start. Get yourself involved in grooming meetings, get yourself involved in requirement analysis. One thing as testers we need to remember is beware of unclear requirements. Each one in your team needs to be at the same page to ship quality products. Now, challenge the developed feature. Don't just take it for accepted. And one thing we as testers find a big problem is we don't Google. Whenever you come across jargons, whenever you come across new terms in the testing field, go ahead and use the power of Google to understand and learn about these terminologies. This will definitely help you grow and accelerate you in your testing journey. I must say, in my experience, getting deep into architecture has helped me to get opportunities even beyond being a tester. I did get an opportunity to head an engineering vertical altogether. Realization number two: human driven experiential testing is important. Now, one thing we need to understand, machines can't think while humans can. When you talk about humans, humans can evaluate, humans can recognize patterns, humans can decide, humans can think, humans can interpret, humans can observe, and humans can assess. The problem with tools has always been they just run stuff. Now, to an extent, they are programmed to execute, and you never know, they even run bad tests. So be careful about this and understand that human driven experiential testing, or what we call manual testing, is really important and equivalent to any sort of tool associated testing or automation. So use your product experience, use your creativity, and use your personal experience. There are certain things that we need to take care that none of them can be automated. 100% automation we know is not possible. So know what to automate and know when to invest your time in experiential testing. Realization number three: learn other variations of testing. When I started my testing journey, I did a lot of shallow testing, to be frank enough. I was just focused on testing the web layer. But one needs to understand that you need to go deep beyond. You need to start testing the API layers, the database layers, testing PDFs and Excels, because this will help you ensure the right quality being shipped into your products. Right? There are a lot of other testing variations: performance testing, security testing, accessibility, visual testing, which can add depth to your testing strategy. Learn the basics. For example, if you talk about result analysis of performance test, if you just know the basics, you are still removing the dependency on someone else to do it for you. So I would urge to start exploring all of these different variations. Realization number four: to focus on your personal brand. Now, this is a very important thing at times we miss, and I too missed when I initially started. So it's important for each one of us as testers to share your stories, and your stories is what makes your brand unique. So share information, because sharing is caring. Write blogs, create videos. If you want to network professionally, it's important for you to maintain your LinkedIn profile. If you want to grow in your tech journey, it's very much mandate for us as testers to start putting our work on a GitHub profile. So share your learning and maintain cheat sheets. One biggest mistake I did was I maintained my cheat sheets, but when I switched organizations, they were all gone. There was no backup. So I would urge each one of you to document your learnings, maintain cheat sheets, and keep them in a healthy backup. You never know, your next hiring company will notice you and you will no longer need a resume to get hired. I would say this personally works because the company which I got hired recently didn't even ask me for a resume, and what really worked was the personal brand. So pitch for yourself, don't be shy, celebrate your wins, and participate in a lot of contests that are happening. One exceptional being Super Voice, and test yourself, get feedback, and become a better version of yourself. Realization 5, the power of networks and communities. I've joined very lately into communities, but I for sure know that everyone you meet has something you don't know. Everyone has a story to tell, and it's important for us to listen to their voices. Communities have always been a support. I'm really fascinated by the testing community where everyone creates a sense of belonging. They open new doors to you, they push you to do better. And this is what I realized, that communities are a power packed place to be in. All of my mistakes, all of my realizations, I do happen to have certain wishes for a future. Like I wish for a bright future, and I would like to share those with you. The first one is to continuously learn new things. Now, the beautiful thing of learning is nobody can take it away from you. So, learn from other disciplines. It is not just into testing, but there are other disciplines like science, psychology, sales, and marketing, which will teach you a lot, which you can bring back to your organizations. I would definitely not like to get stuck. I would like to keep up with tech and evolving technologies. A piece of advice would be to learn, unlearn, and relearn. Wish number two, share more with the community. I envision to share all what I have with the community and make sure that they benefit and help them also grow as testers. So give back to the community what the community has given to me. I'm fortunate to have a support of a lot of community members who have shared their knowledge with me. So I envision in my future to give back to communities. One thing you need to realize is alone we can do so little, together we can do so much. I myself, being a community builder today, I realize that community is the power, and I will continue and I wish to strive to help more communities in the near future. The third wish what I have is to mentor more testers. As you grow in your career and as I have grown, I wish to inspire more testers. One thing you need to ensure that believe in the power of karma. For anything that you want to have in life, if you help others get it, you'll definitely get it back. So join me and help me create future rock stars. Educate them, not commit same mistakes you did. Create the confidence and build future public speakers and build future writers. My wish number 4 is to have a healthy work life balance. Never get so busy making a living that you forget to make a life. I definitely want to spend a lot of time with my family. I definitely want to spend a lot of time with my friends. I want to take regular breaks, and I would urge as well all of you to don't burn out. Take time for yourself, take breaks. If you enjoy traveling, go ahead and travel. And I envision to travel a lot and spend myself and relax myself and reset myself. It's the wish I envision for myself in the future. My last wish is to reinvent and innovate. Now, you're never too old to reinvent yourself. One problem that I did was I binge watched a lot, right? And one thing you need to identify when you're reinventing is identify the patterns which no longer serve you and change them for better options. So look at things which you are are not right for you, which are not taking you to your north star goal, and do things which can help you reinvent yourself and make you a better version of yourself. I also aspire and also wish to build something for the testing community which will help them become better testers. To summarize my entire journey, my past mistakes, which I would not want young testers to take and commit, which is to be a frog in the well. Don't just focus on automation. Start reading books, Start reading a lot of good testing books which will give you knowledge. Start reading a lot of blogs. Developers are your friends, and don't be the jumping frog. My present realizations, and I hope you also take some takeaways from this to be superstar testers, is to focus on architecture and domain. Experiential human driven testing is as important as using tools or automation. Learn different testing concepts and see how you can add value to your organization. Focus on your personal brand and build your network. Come out there and share it. My future wishes, and I hope all of you also strive and get the power to continuously learn new stuff, share more with the community, give back to the community, mentor testers, maintain a healthy work life balance, and reinvent yourself. The stats say 24% of testers became testers by accident, and 65% of the testers learned software testing by just doing it. Now, can we change these numbers? And are these numbers right? Don't trust me. Be a tester and evaluate if what I shown here is the right numbers. In the end, we are all stories. Just make it a good one. This is the end of my travel journey. I'd like to thank Synapse QA for giving me this opportunity and this wonderful platform. And I'd like to thank all the judges for giving and spending a lot of hours into helping us, giving feedback, and becoming and helping and shaping our public speaking journey. So be happy, be bright, and be yourself. This is Geosley Andrades. Thank you.
Thank you, Geosley, for your wonderful talk and taking us on a time travel as well. It was like a hitchhiker's ride to galaxy, but then probably to testing space. Thank you, and let's hear it from our judges now. Can we have our judges, Nitin? Hi, Lena. Hi, Naveen.
Hi, Kika.
Hello. Okay, let's start with Naveen then. Naveen, what do you think about Josley's talk?
No, today is a very tough day for judges. You know, when Rahul set on standard, Jency again she raised the standard, and Josley again he also raised the standard. So that was a very excellent presentation, Josley. It was like a TED talk. I like the way you cherry picked each thing, and you properly categorized it, and you told the story to it. You are like a chef. Not just making the food tasty. The ingredients you put right. That is also it is excellent. So I think these kind of presentations would have been in the previous rounds. It will be really hard to judge. Uh, I was just telling to Nitin also in the private Slack channel. So that was excellent, and I like the way you told. Right, no one can take away knowledge, whatever you learn. People can take away money, relation, everything, but knowledge and wisdom stays with you. So that was an excellent point. Yeah, thank you, Josley. Good luck.
Thank you so much, Naveen, for all the feedback. And I think all to the judges have given a lot of feedback to shape what you have seen today.
Thanks, Naveen. Thanks for your thoughts. I think, yeah, there were like lots of nuggets of wisdom hidden in that talk. So one of those was like shared by Naveen here as well. So cheers, thank you. Over to you, Lena. Your thoughts, your feedback, please.
Justly, where do I start? Funny enough, you seem to have matched the judges to the talk that they have done before. I've done a similar talk in the past, so of course I really loved it. But like my biggest takeaway, Justly, is that I love how you've changed how you talk. The improvement to your speaking skills are just amazing. Never during the 20 minutes did I feel like you were stumbling or rushing or getting lost. It was coherent, it was calm. I didn't have to wish for any pauses. You said the communities push us to become better, and I think I'm glad we can see such a big difference from the earlier rounds, because that makes me feel that at some point I've actually helped someone. Um, and I think this was truly amazing, Jocelyn.
Thank you so much, Lena, and thank you for all the feedback you have given and spending time with all of our speakers for almost 6 months now. So it means a lot to us, and thank you for all the feedback all the judges have given us. Uh, and yeah, looking forward.
Yeah, and also the presentation was right mixture actually. One image, one phrase. That's it. And rest everything is whatever you narrate, right? That was good actually. Thank
Thank
you.
you so much, Lalit. Yeah,
Perfect.
means a lot.
Perfect. I think like all our novice speakers, when they started the journey, have got like pros now, become experts, and 2023 is just opening, and there are lots of super voices who would be there in the world stage, and we would hear more of them all over, and they would be like talking about judges yourself and also Synapse QA, and we'll all be very proud and we'll be cheering for you throughout. Thank you. Thank you, Josley. Thank you, Naveen. Thank you, Lena. Okay, so audience, are you posting your super voice experiences on social media? Because we have social media contest. So make sure you tag us on your post on social media and you would get cool prizes and swags. Leaderboard, we have got Michael. Michael is still leading. So come on, people. Cool. And there is a poll going on. Amala has opened a poll, and the first question is: would you like to participate in Super Voice if there is a session two? Wow. Okay. Almost. Okay. Almost 100% of people are saying that they would participate. So yes. Come on, let's raise the bar. The bar has been set so high with season one, so season two must be like even more epic. And then, are you interested in public speaking? Okay, so there is a mixture, and there is an option for saying that yes, but I need help. Yes, in Super Voice season one as well, we had a mentor panel, and we were like helping out budding speakers and then helping out refine their content, their slides, and also their delivery. So yeah, we have got support for Super Voice. So please watch till the end to find out what is more in terms of Super Voice season 2, and you could get involved in season 2, and there is support from Synapse QA team as well. So stay with us, and there is that is all the contestants, all the finalists have given their talks. We have heard from the judges, but we have got a Q&A panel, and then we have got a quiz, and then we'll come back for the final wrap up about who is the title winner and then the prizes. So I'll be handing it over to my wonderful co-host Safina from now on, and I'll see you in the end. Bye bye, everyone.
Hello, thank you so much, Kika, for bringing me on stage. All right, are you guys ready? So this is going to be a Q&A panel with our three speakers. So I would like to call upon Jency, Geosley, and also Rahul. So I've read through all the questions that you have sent from the audience. Thank you so much for the questions. So I've simplified those questions so that we have ample time for the answers from our panel speaker here. So I would like to pass on this first question to Rahul. Rahul, what do you think would be the key technical skill and soft skill every tester should have? I mean, if you can put it in just simple sentence.
Key technical skill and key soft skill.
Yeah, for the testers.
Okay. So one of the foundational skill that I feel tester should have is writing or note taking. And the beauty with that is that once you write, once you take notes, your thinking automatically evolves, and that helps you take better technical decisions. So be good at that, and that comes with practice. I mean, if you think that it's easy and any day you will do it, that's not going to work. So I mean, practice note taking, really practice that.
Okay, so it's note taking for you. Thank you so much. So moving on into Jency. I really like that you bring upon Lego, so it reminds me of my childhood memories as well. So if you could throw back to your younger days, or even if you're in 20s or fresh as a fresh grade, right? What would be the advice that you would like to give yourself? Like now you are here presenting live on stage. If you were to roll back to 20 years or 25th of your age, what would be the advice that you would like to give yourself?
The advice that I can give myself is like try to question yourself as much as possible, because that's one important secret, I would say, for any tester. If you have that questioning skill, you can be a very good tester in any project that you work. So that questioning habit is very much needed for any fresher who start their career in software testing field. Yeah.
So basically, staying curious,
Yes.
regardless of
Yes.
which age are you in. All right,
Yeah.
perfect. I like
Why?
the answer.
Ask the question why always. Why?
Yeah, yeah. Keep
Yeah.
asking why. Yeah, I like
Mm.
that. Okay,
Yeah.
right, Jocelyn. I see. Looks like you have been waiting for your turn. Okay, no worries. Okay, so the question for you is that what will be the future of test automation now with the rise of low code tools?
Yeah, so I would say first and foremost, future of testing is bright, and that is what I wanted to take away and share across in my presentation as well. So test automation, I feel, is just a supplement or a friend to testing. Right, it's going to enhance the way you test. It's going to make sure you don't do repetitive stuff. So the future definitely is bright, and the way you do that is bright. But like I said, there is always the human, which is always going to stand out against tools because of the way that we can think, right? So innovations are going to come into the market. The future is really bright, and the way tools have been evolving and using the latest of technologies, no code, AI, ML, they're definitely going to help us as testers focus on things which are important and valuable to us. So the growth of testing is equally going to be as valuable as the growth of testing and test automation tools out there, and they're going to help you get better as testers. So I would say yes, there is a future. Things will evolve, things will be made better. A lot of intelligence will come into building tools out there. So embrace the tools, use them to your benefit. Again, I would also give an advice to evaluate your context. Just don't blindly follow the market, or blindly follow your gut feeling. Do a lot of time and take your time to do POCs and proof of concepts before choosing a tool of your choice and getting to know there, right? So yeah, this is a short snippet there.
All right. Short is not too short, but I really like that you comprise everything in one paragraph. Okay, I have a bonus question to three of you. One of you can volunteer, so that we have enough time for the next part, which is the quizzes. So this bonus question is: what is the future of testing to your eyes? How do you visualize or manifest the future of testing? Anyone would like to take the chance? All right, go ahead, Rahul.
So I think most people confuse two things when they ask this question: the future of testing and the future of testers.
Mm.
I mean,
Yeah.
testers need to evolve. Testing always has future. I mean, testing is a scientific process. I mean, you have to do testing, and
Mhm.
testing is going to be there till you are developing, till the world exists, till things happen.
All
That's
right.
what.
So it will stay evergreen, right? I mean, the future of testing will stay evergreen, but the bigger question will be what will be the future of tester, and that also depends on how much you would like to innovate yourself, and also keeping yourself curious and continue to ask why, like what Jency just mentioned. All right, perfect. Thank you so much. I will see you back in the final when we have the bigger announcement. I will move on into the quizzes now. All right. We are now at the Super Voice Grand Finale quiz. If you guys can see my screen, I would like you to start scanning this QR code. Okay, I'll give you some time. So join us at ahaslides.com/ triple OWU. Okay, I'll give you some time to scan and let me know when you're ready. Okay, people are building up. 3 live participants right now. 6 people, 7 people is coming up. Our grand finale quiz comes with some prizes and obviously some swags. So this is your chance to win something. So this is where we say that as you learn, you can also earn. So quiz is where you get the prizes and also swags. Okay, we have 13 people at the moment. Keep it coming, guys. Okay, I'll give you more seconds. So just to pump up a little bit. Okay, I think that we have 15 people. Okay, let me pause the video sound for a while. We have 15 people now. I think we are good because the number doesn't increase. Okay, we have 16 people, 70 people. Okay, final call for the registration. Okay, 18 people. Let's make it 20, guys. If you guys can make it to 20, that would be great. 2 more people. Who's going to volunteer? Who knows the last 2 person can also win some prize and swags. Okay, 19. One more to go. Oops, it drops back to 18. All right. I'll be starting soon. Okay, it's okay. We have at least 19 people. I'm going to start the first one. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Let's start. Okay. Okay. The question is arrange based on the order of supervised round. What do you think is the correct order? Is it the knockout rounds? Which one starts first? Audition rounds, battle rounds, playoff rounds, and grand finale. How was the queue like? 18 seconds to go. You still have some time. Let's wrap up your answer. Let's look at the leaderboard now. Okay. So, wow, Amala is leading. We have Sairam on the second, and then Mahati, Vikas, and also Sandit. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Question number 2. Select the valid Java exception handling. So, look at your device. What will be the answer? Is it the SQL threaded class exception? Or is it no such method exception? Or is it valid method exception? Or if you think all of the above. 8 seconds. 3 seconds to go. Time's up. Okay, let's look at the leaderboard. Wow. Few people managed to answer perfectly. All right, no worries. We still have few more answers and questions to go. Amala is leading and still with, okay, now the leaderboard is up. Saina, Sachin, Chinmay, Anita, and also Ajay. Okay. Question 3. Can we override an overloaded method? Look at your device. Is it a no? Is it a yes? Or is it a yes in inherited class only? Or even a yes in superclass only? What do you think? 15 seconds left. Okay. Time's up. 2, 1. What's the answer? Yeah. It's very plain answer. Yes. Let's look at the leaderboard again. Who's leading this round? We have Sainath, Amala, AJG, Sairam, and Chinmaye. Okay, you still have chance to catch up. Question number 4. Match our contestants to their talks. Look at your device. And who do you think is the person? Is it Trisha Chetani? Is it Suman Chakraborty? Swatika Danasekaran? Mahati Dandibotla? What would be their talks be? Microservices contract testing using PACT, groundbreaking test leadership and strategies, low code for testers, or conducting SEO testing. We give you extra longer time this round because we value your thought process and whatever that you can remember from the episodes that we have hosted before on YouTube. All right, we still have 40 seconds. You can still change your answer if you feel doubtful. Okay. Okay. $20 seconds to go. Final round to change your answer. Oh, don't be sad, Subin. You still have time. You can still change your answer if you think it's incorrect the first round. Okay, 7 seconds to go. Time's up. All right. This is the answer. Anybody got it right? Let's look at the leaderboard. Oh, Amala is leading. Sainath. Mohati is back on the 3rd place. Ajay and Saira. Congratulations, guys. Okay, question number 5. Do you need to code if you use Uilicious? If you have heard about Uilicious or come across similar ideas about Uilicious, what do you think about this tool? Do you need to code? Is it a yes? Is it a no? Or it depends? Give it a try. 5 seconds to go. Time's up. Let's look at the leaderboard. Wow. Majority says no. But those who answer depends, that's a good try as well. Mahati is catching up. Good job. Okay, 6th question. Question number 6, basically. What type of wait objects keep alive until the WebDriver object dies? This is an automation question. Is it implicit wait, explicit wait, fluent wait, or all of the above? Less than 10 seconds to go. 3, 2, 1. Time's up. All right. What's the answer? Implicit waits. Good job who answered that. But the rest, it's still a good try. Let's look at the leaderboard again. I'm excited to see who's catching up now. Okay. Sainath and Sairam, you guys just ramped up after a few questions. Great job. Okay, question number 7. QCSD stands for, okay, this is an acronym. I give you a pro tip. QCSD stands for what? If you attended Task Fleet conference, this is one of the talks that was done by Lalit and was recapped again by Rahul in one of Rahul's talk. So what would be the answer? QCSD. 3 seconds left. Okay. Majority got it right. You guys really went for the top or really did your homework. I like this. Okay, who's pitching up now? Ah, Amala is back. Mahati and Chinmay, you are in the second row now. Congratulations. Okay, question number 8. This is automation related question. What is the similarity between WebDriver's closed and quit method? Is it does not accept arguments, or closes the active web browser window, or it will closes all open web browser windows, or none of the above? Which one do you think? 3 seconds, 2, 1, and time's up. Okay, what's the answer? Okay, the answer is it does not accept arguments. Okay, leaderboard please. Who's catching up here? Oh, the first 3 are the ladies. All right. Question number 9. Match the session and speaker. Okay. So this session is not really about the talks that the contestant had, but the general session that we had within Supervoice. Okay. Is it unleash the speaker in you, and who are the speakers? Ask us anything on Supervoice, the art of public speaking. Is it Joanna Yongsma, or our Priscilla, or myself? Ah, I didn't know that my name was here. So this is really a surprise. You cannot ask me what is the answer anymore. Okay, give you some time so you can think through. These are one of the earlier sessions that we had prior to the long series of episodes. Okay, time is up. Okay, so this is the answer. If you attended any of the earlier sessions, you will be able to answer this correctly. Let's look at the leaderboard. Someone is catching up. Oh, Chinmaya, I know you're doing your homework. Congratulations. Mahati, followed by Sairam, Amala, and Anita Rad. Okay. Question number 10. You still have 5 more questions to catch up. Don't worry. Which one is not the correct type of locator? Which one is not the correct type of locator? Is it CSS? Is it name? Or is it DOM? Or XSD? What do you think is the answer? Okay, time's up. And the answer is XSD. Okay. Leaderboard, here we go. Oh, Mahati. Oh, I like to see you on top. Now you are catching up. All right. We have Mahati, Sairam, Chinmay, Subin, and Amala. Okay, question number 11. Okay. What will be the output of below code snippet? Okay, what do you think is the answer? Please make sure when you answer, you consider any case sensitive or, I'm just giving you a hint to make sure that you answer correctly, and you could be the winner of our prize and swag. Okay. You can type and retype as long as you haven't really submit your answer. What will be the output of the below code snippet? Okay, we still have 15 seconds to go. Keep on trying. Okay, time's up. And the answer is my super secret password. Okay, let's look at the leaderboard. Who's leading this round? Oh, Mahati is still at the top. Chinmay in the second, Sairam number 3rd, Anita, and the 5th one is Subin. Okay, question number 12. You still have 13 more questions, 3 more questions to try. This is match the commands to actions based on Uilicious tools. Okay, if you think of Uilicious, you would think of some simplicity because in general it's a no-code tool if you were to achieve your intended requirements. So if you look at this plain English language, what do you think it will do? If I.refresh page refers to, I.fill refers to what? I.deselect refers to what? And I.field with the past tense refers to, what do you think it will do? This is like almost like English for dummy, but it's not really for dummy, and it's not even English 101. But you get the gist, right? When I say Uilicious is promoting simplicity in terms of how you want to achieve your automation with no code experience. So, what do you think would be the answer? Okay, we have 20 seconds to go. You are free to rearrange your answer. 5 seconds left. Okay, this is the answer. I hope you got it right, especially on the I field and I.field because it's kind of tricky. Okay, let's look at the leaderboard. Who's leading now? Oh, Mahati. Oh, Sairam, you were at the top, followed by Mahati, Chinmaya, Anita, and Subin. Congratulations, guys. Okay, question number 13. Who among the following was not a judge in Supervoice? Who among the following was not a judge in Supervoice? Was it Selena? Was it Amala? Or Julia? Or even Anna? Who is not the voice? Sorry, who is not the judge in Supervoice? I'm so happy that your connection is stable, that none of the participants dropped out from the quiz. Okay, time's up. And the answer is Amala. Okay. And who's leading our leaderboard? Sairam is at the top, followed by Chinmaya, Anita, Mahati, and now we have Sainas. Well done, Sainas. You're back. Okay, question number 14. Before we go to the last question, what is the equivalent command for below in Uilicious? What is the equivalent command for below in Uilicious? So the image that you see is based on Selenium, but for Uilicious, what do you think would be the equivalent command? You can guess or, take a shot. Is it is it I.click or is it I.fill or I.select? Okay, time's up. And the answer is I.click. Wow, majority managed to answer that. Good job. And who's leading the board again? Wow, Sairam is at the top. Wow, Anita, you are climbing up. Chinmay and Sainath and Mahati is back. Okay, we are going for our final question. You still have your last chance to be at the top of the leaderboard. Which of these methods of the class string is used to obtain length of the string object? Which of these methods of the class string is used to obtain length of the string object? Is it a get or length of or a size of or just length? 3 seconds. Okay, time's up. Okay, the final answer is length. Majority of you got it right. And here's our leaderboard. Okay, this is not the final yet. Okay, we have Sairam, Anita, Chinmay, Sainath, and Mahati. Okay, let me move to the final one who is on the standing podium. All right. Congratulations, guys. For those who just won, make sure you contact us, and so that we can connect with you and give you the promised prize and swag. And for that, I will stop sharing my screen from the quiz. And before we move on into the next session, what I'm going to do is there is an announcement on our our Synapse QA champs, where we are going to recruit new volunteers for next year. If you are interested to join us in Synapse QA and to grow the team, as well as growing yourself with the community and get the community to inspired by you and with you, you can contact us and connect with our community. We have Tuba here. He will be sharing. She has shared the link to register for our Synapse QA champs. Okay, and I will pass back the session to Kika. Okay, and then Kika will then wrap up with our final announcement of the winner of Super Voice Grand Finale 2022.
Hello and welcome again to the grand finale of Super Voice. Hopefully you had a wonderful time with the Q&A and the quiz with my wonderful co-host Safina. So now is the final part of the finale, but before that we'd probably look at some of the messages from our friends and supporters. We have got a message from Tristan. I don't know whether how many people know Tristan. If you don't know, you're missing out. So go and look what does Tristan do, and like Provar, who is our sponsors as well, and Brightest, who is our sponsors, and Uilicious, our wonderful sponsor, who has been a strong support behind Super Voice. So let's ask Nitin to play that wonderful video from our friends and supporters, just giving a few words of encouragement for our contestants and Super Voice as such.
Hello everyone, my name is Selena. I'm one of the creators of Uilicious. I'm really happy to see all of the presenters here today at Super Voice, and I wish you all the very best. Thank you so much for putting in this time and effort to prepare for this presentation, as well as having the courage to come forward and share your knowledge with us and the rest of the testing community. I think it's really important for us to share our knowledge and learn from each other, because software testing is a really broad topic, but it's also a very understudied topic, and it's a very critical process that I think there's a lot more room for us to improve and mature as a specialization. So thank you as well to the Synapse QA team for creating this platform and opportunities for us to learn from each other. Yes, and I wish everyone all the best for today. Ganbatte!
Oh, hello, Super Voice community, and to everyone watching this, tuning in from a rooftop in Delhi. A little sweaty, but that's the point of this message, y'all. We are not shipping perfection, okay? Because perfectionism is fear and fancy footwear, and we ain't got the money, honey. So I wanted to talk to you all, send you all the luck today for everyone who is competing. You got this. And anyone who is watching this recording who's always wanted to do a talk, but didn't know where to start, I say start with you. Right? Identify a challenge that you face with yourself and or your team. What are the lessons you've learned? How did y'all scale? Did you rectify the problem or not? That's okay. People want to know your story. So many people out there, they say, well, Tristan, like, I don't know what story to tell. I'm like, tell yours, please and thank you. And make it personalized, y'all. Get feedback. Don't get too much feedback, okay? Because oftentimes once we're on the right track, we let everyone else get into our heads and it shuts us down. So keep that close circle around you, get a peer group, brainstorm, hold each other accountable, meet bi-weekly, whatever you need to get those abstracts out there, okay? Software Testing Weekly is a great resource, but there's tons of other ones out there too, right? From TechWell to Automation Guild. Join more Slacks, right? Follow more of these organizations so you know when the CFPs are, you know? And also to everyone everyone who is in the Synapse QA community. They're there to help you as well. But again, I want you to remember, we are not shipping perfection, okay? It doesn't exist. Boop. So let it go. That's why you're getting me post-workout. Whew, it's so hot up here. What I also wanted to say as well, shout out to Synapse and all the amazing volunteers who are making these types of opportunities happen. Remember, y'all, that being a holistic and competitive candidate, especially in this global economy, doesn't just mean what you've done on your resume, what you've done for your teams. It's the stories that you're telling, both in blogs and also in video, which are 2 to 3 times more likely to be consumed per Forbes. So make some short videos, y'all. Remember to make your own stage, right? You don't have to get into a conference or attend any event to be able to use your social media platforms to impact others and share your leadership. With that said, appreciate y'all, love you, wishing you so much love here from Delhi. Stay blessed, stay well, stay you. Bye.
Hello everybody. Thanks for having Brightest at the Super Talk event. And good luck to all the participants for the draw of the free exam on behalf of Brightest.
Good luck.
Good luck everyone. Bye bye.
Okay, we are able to shine brighter and bring this event to you because of our sponsors. So, yay, thank you, sponsors. And thank you, audience, for staying with us throughout this entire 2 hours or a little bit over 2 hours. So, yeah, hopefully you enjoyed all our activities, fun activities. Now, we have to look at the winners because yeah, that's the exciting part, or that's also the wrap up or like the finale event. So for that, I think we have got the results. Have you? Okay, so are you all ready for the drum roll? Okay, right, I think I need to move on. Lots of clapping. Okay, so the Super Voice spread the word winner. So this is our social media contest winner. It's Michael Macram. Congratulations, Michael. Next is the social media contest winner. That is Julia Pottinger. Congrats, Julia. Grand finale quiz winner, who is Sairam. Congrats, Sairam. This is the Air Meet leaderboard. We have got Michael Makram. Oh, Michael, you've got a second prize as well. Woohoo! Next, in the second position, we have Subin. And in third position, we have Gandharv. Congrats. So this is the Super Voice contestants. Trisha and Raman has got consolation prizes. Congrats, Trisha and Raman. This is a special jury mention that goes to Suman, Maheti, Swatika. These are all our awesome Super Voice contestants. So congrats. You are all Super Voices already. And we have got like a coaching session with Tristan, the wonderful Tristan. It help you with call for papers preparation. So that lucky person is going to be Suman. So Suman, hopefully use this opportunity and then go places. Congrats. Our Super Voice first runner-up is going to be Geosley. Congrats, Geosley. Yay. The best new voice of Super Voice is Chinmayi. She's like the find of Super Voice. Congrats, Chinmayi. I'm like so happy for you. You are truly a super find and you are a super voice as well. Congrats, Chinmayi. Wow, what is this? This is a surprise. Is this a tie, people? Oh, is this tie, Nitin?
It is a tie from judges. So we
Oh
thought
my
we
God.
we don't want to break the tie.
Okay, good. So season 1 has got 2 title winners. How cool is that? So the Super Voice title winners are Jency and Rahul. Yay! Congrats, congrats, congrats. Perfect. Okay, I think that's my slideshow. Let me stop sharing. Cool. Okay, wow, that was a surprise. It was like nail biting, I should say. It's yes, OMG, I can see the chat is flowing with congrats and everybody. So yeah, all well deserved. And for all the winners, the swags and the prices, they are all reaching your inboxes. So the Synapse QA team would email you or give you a message on the Slack channel or WhatsApp, and then all the prices will reach you soon. One more final sort of like roundup on the prices. So the social media winner and the social contest winner, they get like cool swags from the Synapse QA team. The quiz winner, they'd get a US like voucher, 30-pound voucher, and then cool swags. The Air Meet Interactions leaderboard, they would get cool swags from Synapse QA2. Trisha and Raman, who got consolation prizes, they'll get 50 pounds US dollars. Special jury mention, which was our Super Voice contestants Mahati, Suman, and Swatiga, they'll get 300 US dollars worth of exam vouchers from Brightest, our cool sponsor. And then the coaching session on the call for paper presentation or preparations with Tristan. That one is like an awesome opportunity. So Suman, please make use of that. Tristan is really great. He knows a lot about community and everything in general. The second runner up, which was they would get 100 US dollars. We don't have a second runner up, so I'll ask Nitin to work out what would be the amount. But then this the
Both
best new voice.
both the title winners will get the same prize.
Cool. Okay, so the first runner up would get 150 US dollars, and then the title winner will get 200 US dollars, which is like yay. And then the best new voice, which is Chinmay, she'll get the coaching with Iona, who is wonderful. She has made a session with Synapse QA at the start of Super Voice journey. She's a professional public speaking coach. She trains people in TED Talks and stuff. So yeah, if you're not following her, go follow her. She is like really terrific with what she does. And that one is going to be around 300 US dollars. I'm like just talking about pounds. I don't know, but it is all US dollars. So yeah, this is like loads and loads of prices, and hopefully it was like a fun activity and a fun event for all the audience as well. Now, let me stop talking and let's bring up our title winner and get like a few thoughts. Title winners, actually, because we have two. So, what a surprise it is. So, let's bring them on stage and let's hear their thoughts. Hello, Jency. Hello, Rahul.
Hi, Pika.
Ta-da! Look at that. You guys are on a tie. Okay, let's start with Jency. What are you feeling now?
Very happy, and I never expected this actually. Because when I gave my audition, I gave it at the last moment. I still remember that I gave my submitted my talk actually on the last day of submission. It was a double-minded, like whether I'll go through or not, and somehow I managed to do it. And reaching till here is something very special. I'm a bit emotional right now. Thanks to Synapse QA and my other learning partners. Special mention here I would like to say about Prissy, who's always behind, like women like us in testing space to push us and do something that we always wish to do. So thank you, Prissy here. I would like to thank you and Nitin as well for organizing such a wonderful platform to shape our public speaking journey. And I must say, many learnings from this has given me many opportunities in meetups, in conferences, and I have few conferences lined up right now to where people have asked me to speak. So it's all because of this learning journey that I got in the 6 months. So I'm really thankful to the entire Synapse QA team. Thank you.
Perfect. Yeah, we'd be like cheering for you in the background wherever you go. Let you fly high, and yeah, I think you're going to be awesome. You're going to be that voice we'll be hearing in 2023 and like further as well. So more power to you. And yeah, special thanks to Priscilla. Priscilla is our like lady superstar. Cool.
She
Thank you,
is.
Jency.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, she is. She is. Yes. Hello, Rahul. What do you
Hi.
have to say? You have got like there is like a winning streak for you, Rahul. You've right from the winner of Jerry Wenberg's testing award, and then so many other applauds as well. And this one is another one.
See, I mean, when we were in the fluid spaces, when this session started, I had a chat with the organizing team, and I said, I mean, coming to the final is the victory. I mean, you take away something from this, and the learnings and these experience stays around with you. When I was making the presentation for my finale, I mean, all the comments were running in my mind that I had got from the judges, feedback, and all. And this is how, I mean, we grow. And that's wonderful. I mean, being a title winner is always a good feeling. And I really want to thank, I mean, people who have spent equal amount of time with me in rehearsals. Apurva, Anandita. In the last time, I mean, even I did with Mahati and colleagues from my office, IFM Engineering. So it's amazing. Yeah. And special thanks, I mean, Synapse QA. I mean, you have tried a new thing, and this is really something that I feel will bring in a lot more speakers and give a lot of confidence to new speakers. Anybody listening this, I mean, if you also want to start speaking, just start. And I mean, this is one such fantastic opportunity.
Perfect. Yes, let's take that first step together, and Synapse QA are there to help you take that first step as well. We might even push you a little bit to come out of your comfort zone. So, yeah, sign up for season 2. Okay. Thank you, Rahul. Perfect. And thank you, Jency. And what a finale we have had. We have had like a she and a he. So that's like a perfect ending from my perspective, bringing in a grand finale end. And we have got Chinmay in the group. So have we got Chinmay in the group? Can we bring Chinmay? Hello?
Yes, there she is.
Yes. Okay. Hello, Chinmay. You are the super voice. You are the find. And I have seen your talks. It's been like you have a unique voice, so you could fill an auditorium even if there are like 1,000 people in the auditorium. You don't need a mic. You just need your voice and you'll fill everything. And your storytelling aspect is also great. So this one, this award or like this title is equal to the winner title from Synapse QA's team perspective, because we want to find that new voice which people haven't heard and then showcase it to the world. So we feel that that is your voice, Chinmay. So what do you have to say about your journey or like your this title?
Okay, Ka, that has been very good, and I'm very overwhelmed right now when I got to know that I won the Super Voice, new Super Voice. The journey has been incredible, right? And when you say that voice modulation, even I was not aware I had that in fact, and I got to learn a lot from the people who were the presenters. Maybe the content, maybe the how they present it, or maybe what should be in the content and the storytelling, right? It has helped me a lot in my journey. Also explored I could explore inside out, right? That I had something to provide to the community. So it has been a very good platform, and Nitin has been an amazing organizer. Prissy has been amazing person to motivate to go and speak, and you have been amazing, Kika, as a host today, continuously talking. And I was thoroughly enjoying this finale, and I think this is one of its kind where and it's like almost 3 hours, and I never felt bored, and it was so much engaging. So I would tell all that of the speakers out there, budding speakers who want to showcase their knowledge and talent. So do join in to Synapse QA, and we are also hoping for the next episode to come soon. And yeah, it gives you a very good platform. And thank you, everyone. It has been a very, very good experience.
Cool. Yeah, it's been a blast. Thank you, Chinmayi, and thank you for joining us today and also throughout the journey. More power to you, and then we'll see more of you in the testing community space in 2023 and beyond. Thank you and congrats.
Thank you. And finally, I want to bid everyone namaste.
Namaste. Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you.
Right. Now let's hear from our mastermind behind the scenes, our wonderful, amazing, the one and only Nitin, who is the founder of Synapse QA, just to have like a few words on his thought process for Supervoice and the future for Supervoice as well. Welcome, Nitin.
Wow, this is like a wonderful intro. I never expected this kind of introduction from me. Thank you so much, Vika. Yeah,
Everything
I
is
don't
not
want to take the
scripted.
spotlight. I don't want to take the spotlight today because the spotlight is exclusively for the super voices we have. And first of all, thank you so much for everyone for joining us live. And thank you so much to our judges because if people behind the scenes who work really hard is not having the common shared vision like what we had when we thought about super voice, this wouldn't have been possible. And the show is fulfilled, the show is complete only because of our judges and the fabulous hosts. I am really a bad host. Four of you hosting the show really did a great job. The entire team of Synapse QA actually were really working tirelessly to pull this through to the grand finale. I'm a bit emotional to see the overwhelming responses overall. Uh, thank you so much for our sponsors and thank you so much for our partners. And yes, Super Voice will have a season 2 with a bit more optimizations from our end based on what we learned with the season 1. Power packed, but not in 2023, in 2024. Yeah, so in 2024, Super Voice season 2 will be there. Over to you, Kika.
Okay, perfect. I think we need a breather from all the all the innovation, all the creativity. So I think the Supervoice team needs to take a little bit break, and we'd be back with Supervoice season 2 in 2024. But there would be other things which would be happening in 2023 as well. So follow our LinkedIn. Like all the social media handles to find out what we are doing and get involved and encourage and support us like you have been doing so far. Thank you so much. So I think now it's just a wrap, final wrap. I'm just looking at my notes whether we have got anything. Cool. So, yeah, finally, I want to thank our wonderful, wonderful judges for being with us throughout the journey, providing feedbacks during the session, offline feedback, listening to all the talks, getting to know the contestants, grooming them as speakers. So you have been like a incredible part in each and every one of our contestants' journey. Thank you for giving your time, energy, and also your support for this testing community because you are building future leaders and future community members as well. So it is like a heartfelt thank you and overwhelming love to each and every one of you. May good things happen to all of you and all of your life, and may whatever you are giving to the testing community return many folds and come back to your space as well. So thank you so much. If there are any further thoughts, anybody wants to say, you can come off mute.
I like the idea. I was a bit skeptical when Nitin reached out to me with the idea in the beginning, but I'm super glad that the team has pulled it so good. And this is, I would say, one of the very interesting things that has happened in testing community, and I'm believing it's going to change a lot of things for better, for benefit of the community. It's going to bring lots of good content and talent in the community. So keep it up, Nitin and team, and thank you so much for making me part of this.
Thank you. It was lovely to have you too, Lalit.
This was a really great opportunity for us as judges to help others that are wanting to share their voice. It's really amazing to see them from week one to now the finale. The finale was so great. There was a lot of growth that was shown. The talks were amazing. The everything was put together. So thank you to all of you, Synapse, for all the work that you've done behind the scenes. I know it took a lot of effort. It took a lot of work. It's been 6 months, so it's a really long time that, and this all culminated into a really great finale. So thank you for this.
Thank you, Julia, and thank you for being a part as well. So yeah, perfect. Anna, do you want to say something? I see you're off mute.
Okay. Yes. As an organizer, I applaud and I congratulate the organizers for such a wonderful new event. I think that we need something new. I'm always looking for something new, and it has been different. And what I have seen came out of it is amazing. I have seen the evolution of some speakers, and that was really an interesting experience for me as a judge, because I could see how it's not that we are coaching, but we're giving feedback, and they change and they improve, and you see how you influence somebody's flourishing. And what happened to Jency today was really surprised me a lot. um, I am happy that I met some speakers. Every presentation of Rahul is my like to watch again list, because he has so much information for like everything. He's really ahead of the game, and I really like, he's my cheat sheet. I really want to go to the places that he said that like he already went to. And so I'm learning from the speakers as well. But I think that we have created something new, I don't know, something new and amazing. Yes, we are testers, but I kind of get tired of online testing events. And this one is different, and I applaud to everyone involved. Thank you very much for having me, and thank you very much for doing it. It was amazing. Thank you.
Thank you for the kind words, Anna. It really made our day. So, cheers. I think we are having a photo now. Nitin, are you going to take a photo?
Hold on. Let me just come to screen. Okay, shall we? 1, 2,
Cheers.
3. Cheers. All right. Thank you so
Perfect.
much.
So, thank you so much. And I think that's a wrap for Super Voice. But then there is a networking event. So you could hang out in the fluid space and have a chat with our wonderful judges if you wanted to, or the participants, or even like the fellow testers. So, yeah, if you have a little bit time, hang out in the fluid space and extend that conversation, do some chit chat, networking. And this is like a sign off from the Synapse QA team for Super Voice Season 1. And this is your fabulous host signing off, Kika, over and out. Bye bye.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye.